Good morning, dear students. I am your subject teacher of subject Structural Analysis Part 2. So, I am Mrs. Priya Kulkarni from Civil Engineering Department of Parvatibai Genba Mose College of Engineering, Wagholi, Pune. So, here we in this lecture, in this session, we are going to see the overall syllabus and overall the view of what our subject contains and what are the future scope of our subject related. And uh, let us start one by examination pattern. So we have a total 100 marks of weightage for this subject, and we have 30 marks of in-sem paper which is for 1 hour, and end-sem exam of 70 marks which is for 2.5 hours. Okay, so 30 plus 70, total 100 marks of weightage is assigned by the university for the structural analysis part 2 subject. Okay, uh, let us see the introduction of subject, or what is the background required for our subject is in first year of engineering we have studied engineering mechanics. So there we learnt about various types of motions. There we learnt about the various types of uh, there we learnt about okay. There we learnt about friction, various types of motion, that is rectilinear motion, curvilinear motion, various types of friction, different types of mechanisms that we have learnt in engineering mechanics. So for engineering mechanics we have background of physics that we have studied in our 12th. Okay, then in second year of engineering we learned the subject named as strength of material, or SOM. There we learned about principal stresses, principal stress, Poisson's ratio, the important term which is required in overall engineering. Okay, so direct stresses, bending stresses, like that, those concepts are very important, and those we have studied in SOM. Okay, then in second year of engineering only you have studied structural analysis part 1. Okay, there you have learned about different methods of analysis of deflection, different methods of analysis of slope. Okay, so those that part you have studied in structural analysis part 1. Okay, and here in third year of engineering you are going to study structural analysis part 2. Okay, that is SA2. So unit 1 consists of slope and deflection method. Okay, so here we are going to learn two methods of analysis of uh, or two methods of finding the deflection and rotation which is there in a particular beam frame. Okay, and then we are going to draw the shear force and bending moment diagram. So this background is there in our SA1 subject. Okay, so in unit 1 it consists of slope and deflection method of analysis, slope and deflection equations, uh, application. So there we are going to apply this slope and deflection method to beam with and without joint translation and rotation. Yielding of support. Yielding of support means sinking of support. So in particular case the beam may get sink by particular so that part we are going to consider here. Application to non-sway rigid jointed rectangular porter frames, shear force and bending moment diagram. Okay, and then in a second part there is a sway analysis of rigid jointed rectangular porter frame using slope and deflection method involving not more than three unknowns. Okay, so what that concept exactly is, and it is a very easy method of analysis, uh, and that we are going to study in unit 1. Unit 2 it consists of moment distribution theorem or moment distribution method of analysis. There we have to find out the stiffness factor, carryover factor, distribution factor, application to beams with and without joint translation and yielding or support. The same we are going to deal in unit 1. uh, Application to non-sway rigid jointed rectangular portal frames, shear force and bending moment diagram. Okay, so this is the overall analysis that we have done in unit 1 by using slope deflection method, and here in unit 2 we are going to do the same thing by moment distribution method. Okay, sway analysis of rigid jointed rectangular single bay story portal frame using moment distribution method, not involving not more than 3 unknowns. Okay, the unknowns here are deflections and rotation, that is a rotation and translation. So there are suppose continuous beam, so there that our problem is restricted to 3 unknowns only. Okay, unit 3 consists of flexibility method of analysis, or we have to compose here flexibility matrix. So fundamental concepts of flexibility method of analysis, formulation of flexibility matrix, application to pin jointed plane truss. Okay, that truss part we have analyzed, or we have found out the forces in truss in engineering mechanics. Okay, so here we are going to find out the same forces by using flexibility method. Same concept means there is a step 2 type of numerical will be there, and we have to compose a flexibility matrix to find out the unknowns. Application of flexibility method to beams and rigid jointed rectangular frames, here also involving not more than 3 unknowns. So our analysis part is particularly restricted to 3 unknowns only. Okay, so this is the flexibility method of analysis. So as we have discussed, unit 1 is slope deflection method, that is quite tedious, and that is not quite appropriate. So second method, moment distribution, as compared to slope distribution method, is actually perfect, or it gives some result in concise manner. Same there are in unit 3 we are going to find out, or we are going to compose the flexibility matrix, and here in unit 4 we are going to compose stiffness matrix. Same, the two parallel concepts are there, stiffness and flexibility, and this matrix is exactly reverse as in case of flexibility method. Okay, so same, or the content of numeric the content of the unit is same. So here we have to we are going to find out, or we are going to compose a stiffness matrix, and then we are going to find the unknowns. Okay, so this is unit 4. Unit 5 and 6 is particularly based on finite element method or finite difference method. So finite difference method introduction, application to deflection problems of determinate beams by central difference method. Okay, then approximate methods of analysis of multi-story, multi-bay 2D rigid jointed frames by substitute frame method, cantilever method, and portal method. These are the analysis, or these are the some finite difference method which we are going to apply in multi-story, multi-bay 2D rigid jointed frames. Okay, so this is unit 5. And unit 6, it is finite element method introduction, discretization, types of elements 1D, 2D, 3D, isoparametric and asymmetric convergence criteria, Pascal's triangle, direct stiffness method, principle of minimum potential energy, principle of virtual work. So no numerical means this is only theory part that we are going to deal in unit 6. Then shape functions, CST elements by using polynomials, 1D 2D elements by using Lagrange's method. So there are numerical part also there, but we are going to study this in our higher education, or in our I think post graduation course. And these shape functions are very important in finite element method. So the some introductory part is there in our subject. Okay, so once we complete this finite difference method, so this is the overall syllabus of our essay 2. So the why we are going to study this subject, or why we are going to study these different methods, because we are going to do analysis in our third year, and then we are going to do design in our final year. So in final year of engineering we are going to do design. Okay, so for design purpose we need to do analysis first in precise manner or in precise way. So that's the idea behind this subject, and it is very important from the structural subject that we are going to study. Thank you.